Do you ever see guitarists strumming up and down and wonder to yourself, should I be strumming up and down? I'm only strumming down, is that okay? When am I supposed to strum up? When am I supposed to strum down? Well, today I'm going to show you exactly when to strum and in which direction you should be strumming. This is critical for you to lock in because it'll help you develop the most important aspect of guitar playing: rhythm. Understanding and practicing correct upstrokes and downstrokes early on will save you from having to refine your technique and unlearn bad habits down the road. And to help your long-term progress even more, I've got a little gift for you. In the description of this video, I've posted a link for my guitar gains cheat sheet. It'll help you if you get stuck with guitar, if you struggle to achieve your goals, or if you've fallen into the trap of practicing in waves. It's got 8 hacks on how to elevate your guitar progress by making consistent gains. It's completely free, and again, you can download it by using the link in the description of this video or by going to zaksharguitar.com. So since understanding when to use downstrokes and when to use upstrokes is really heavy on the rhythm, we're going to talk about understanding rhythm in a little bit of detail as we go into this. First is just covering the most common time signature out there, which is called 4/4 time, otherwise known as common time, because most songs out there are in 4/4 time. And this simply means that there are 4 beats per measure, a measure being just a basic sliver or fraction of the overall song or piece that you're playing. In 4/4 time, each of the 4 beats can be represented by a quarter note. Just as 4 quarters are what fit into a dollar, there are 4 quarter notes that fit into a single measure. But quarter note beats are not the only choice we have to use when we play. That would make music pretty boring. We can make notes ring out longer, such as using half notes, which are equal to 2 quarter notes, or shorter by using eighth notes, which are equal to half a quarter note. Each measure is like a pizza that we can divide into as many slices as we'd like. So now we're going to talk about when you should be using downstrokes. For best practice, downward strumming should occur for all notes that land where one of the 4 quarter notes would be in a given measure. For example, you would only strum downward for a measure of 4 quarter notes, 2 half notes, or 1 whole note. Depending on the tempo of your song, you could even use downstrokes for patterns of eighth notes. And when you're reading music for guitar, you can usually find downstrokes represented by this symbol. So now, when do we use upstrokes? Upstrokes are almost always used when playing patterns of 16th notes, which are only a quarter of a quarter note. In other words, 4 16th notes per beat. Keep in mind you would be alternating between downstrokes and upstrokes in a series of 16th notes. However, just know that if you're a beginner, it's likely you won't find 16th notes too often in the music you're learning, but they will come as you progress and develop as a player. So before, when we were talking about downstrokes, I mentioned that you could use downstrokes for sequences of eighth notes, but that depends on the tempo. That's usually for slower tempos. But what about faster tempos? In this case, strum upward for each eighth note that does not land on one of the 4 main beats of the measure. In other words, you use upstrokes for the in-between notes. And when you're reading music for guitar, you can usually find upstrokes indicated by this symbol. Alternating between downstrokes and upstrokes can really fill the space and even add a percussive element to your music. Here's an example of how upstrokes, when alternating with downstrokes, can be used to add variety to a song. As As you get more advanced with your playing, you'll learn that there are exceptions to these rules. Regardless, these concepts will always be the foundation of good rhythm playing. Locking in the good habit of knowing when to strum in each direction now will only help you down the road. It's best to get it right the first time. And don't forget to download that free guitar gains cheat sheet. It'll help keep you making consistent growth, and it'll keep you from getting stuck along the way. As I mentioned before, the link for that is in the description, and you can also find it at zachsharguitar.com. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Zach with Zach Shar Guitar, and I will see you in the next one.